All right, guys. Hello. Welcome to SpeedGaming 6 for another Mario Kart 64 150cc. Oh, that was why. Whoops, my bad. Another 150cc race going on here. Skips tournament. Today we have Hattok versus SuperViper. Should be a pretty close match. I think Viper is the 7th seed and Hattok is the 8th in this tournament. So third round matchup here, big one for both of them. Both of them coming in at 1-1 here. And the way our format works is that to make the playoff, if you go 2-2, you make or if you go 3-1 or better, you make a tiebreaker event, or you qualify into the bracket stage, the playoff top 8 out of the 16 competitors. And then all the 2-2, which should be 6 people, will face off in a tiebreak to get into that bracket stage. And so with both these guys at 1-1 here, we big opportunity for both of them. The winner here is definitely going to be turn on streamer mode real quick. Perfect. The winner here is definitely going to be in a good spot to make that bracket stage. With the loser, which will give them 2 chances to win to advance, whereas the loser is going to have to put some pressure on themselves and win back-to-back to make it in. So reaching the business end of this tournament and big matchup here. Okay. I will get these guys ready to go. I'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Get ready to start. All right. Believe these guys about ready to go, so we should be starting any second now. So apparently some people think this might be pre-recorded. I don't know about that. So yeah, like I said, Viper versus Hattok should be a close match. Ready to rock. We any day now, and these guys start on Luigi. Just waiting on you guys. Alright, they're off. Pretty even timer start, not much of a sync needed, so that's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna let them do LR in silence. So it looks like Hattok is going for, I didn't catch if he's on JP or not. I believe he is, because he's at Canopio. So Hattok's gonna go for shells, it looks like, yep, whereas Viper's on English. And so the difference is there's hit detection on the right side, or the left side of the finish line up here. And so on the Japanese version, whereas in English there isn't. So in English you just phase through, whereas in Japanese you'll do what Hattok did and you'll get stuck up here. Normally you wouldn't get this lap advance, however there is some weird stuff going on with checkpoints. So at the very beginning, Hattok spun around there and he touched that checkpoint, or that polygon in the back, manipulate this, and now he's going for the, oh, Mario got in the way. So he got the reds and got stuck up there, but then the blue is slightly faster, so he ditched the last red, tried for the blue, but yeah. Got unlucky, didn't get close enough. And so Viper should take lead out of this. Hattok had great RNG there, but oh no! The same thing happened to Climate last race as well. That just happened at 7. He's going to set up that blue shell and gets hit by a random shell coming across. That was the red that he threw away earlier. That was the red that he threw away because he got the blue. So just kind of funny, but really unlucky how it worked out for him. 114 for Viper. Pretty good time there. Looked pretty clean. Got the blue shell skip quick. But yeah, Japanese, if you can get the good RNG here, it's definitely much faster than English. On to Moo now. No skips here. Viper with looks like about 24-second lead. But yeah, like I said, no skips that anybody knows of, so just non-shortcut driving. I think Hattok is a better non-shortcut driver. Yeah, Hattok should be a better non-shortcut driver, so would expect him to make up some of that gap here, but it's going to come down to the skips later in the race, so... Oh, Viper hitting a mole. Cost him a bit. Yeah, looks like 23 seconds to the gap right now, but the mole hit's going to hurt. We'll see if Viper can get a good second-place item. Mushroom, alright. We're looking for stars there if that happens, but... Yeah, while we're on Moo though, like I said, non-shortcut driving. Give you some tail of the tape for these guys. So Viper, coming into this, should be the favorite. He has a 29-27 skips PB, which is good for 12, as he hits another mole. Good for 12th place. Viper actually has, in the tournament, a 29.57 as his best race run, which is incredibly impressive. Anything sub-30 in a race, you're pretty happy with usually. And that was set round 2 versus Flanders. On the other side, Hattok has a PB of 30.07, just missing that sub mark. Good RNG though for Viper here. Oh my god, another roll. 30.07, good for 15th for Hattok on the skips board. His tournament best is a 30-11, which he just got in round 2 against Mr. Pitt. In terms of time trials, he's ranked 99th non-shortcut and 100th shortcut, so pretty balanced there. Kind of crazy, actually. On the other side, Viper actually does not have any time trials times. And these guys, they're involved in other games as well. So Hattok, a notorious Pilot Wings player, 5th place in any percent out of 5 people, but still top 5. Also playing some Star Fox 64, so good for him. And then Viper has been known to do many marathons and some of the other games he races. He does some SM64, but he also is a pretty well-renowned Super Mario Galaxy 2 player. 2nd place time at any percent, so pretty impressive there. Okay, on to Koopa Troopa. Again, no actual skips, but some glitches and faster routes that can be taken. You see Hattok right there, just went for the tunnel jump. Viper about to head for it. So I guess the two things to note really, tunnel jump that Viper's going for and Hattok going for the finish line glitch. So tunnel jump not considered shortcut, pretty straightforward. The finish line glitch, however, is also not considered a shortcut, but it takes advantage of some wonky checkpoint or polygon. There's a wonky polygon down there, and basically when you get into a certain spot, the game thinks you're at the beginning of the lap instead of the end, and so it puts you in the 8th place, and so you can get good items like a blue shell. Nice. Neither of them getting what they want, but solid run for Viper, I think. Yeah, I'll come in with the 123, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Not too bad. On the other end, Hattok. Okay, all 3 making the tunnel. Toughest skip in the game. That's nice, even though I just said a second ago it's not a skip. Good for them, though. Always good to see. Hattok going to come in 120. Yeah, 120 mid or high. So about 2 to 3 seconds gain there for Hattok. So that tough Luigi Raceway, he's chipping away right now, closing in. But back-to-back non-shortcut tracks leads into the next big RNG track. Big skips track here. So a couple items they'll fish for. We'll see what they can get. Like we're going to go back. Oh, triple shrooms. Misses the items again. So he's going to go back for it again. Okay. So star, he'll take that. So primarily what these guys are looking for is stars or triple reds. Okay, Hattok's going to get a star as well. So you see on Viper's screen, and I'll explain it better when Hattok gets there, but there's an Easter egg within the game that's completely programmed in. It's considered a skip, but it's completely programmed in that if you're on laps 1 or 2 and you're in the tunnel and you use a star, crossing. When you use a star, that finish line extends from where it normally is. It extends out to where the tunnel is. So by crossing over in there, you get a lap. Or you skip a lap, I should say. And so it's an easy way for these guys to do it pretty quick. Save a bunch of time. Hattok gonna go for it here, so you'll see he'll go in, and you'll wait until the key 2 has this reverse up, because it thinks you're going backwards. Pops a star, boom, skip the whole lap. 15-second lap. So both guys getting the same RNG here, so. Although it took Viper a little bit of time. So Hattok should make some time up here. And you'll see in a second, they will be resetting the console. They don't need to watch the trophy ceremony. It's just about finishing all the tracks as quick as possible while finishing within the top 4 spots. So Hattok also going to reset. I believe it was a 7:04 to a 7:14, so about 10 seconds. So tight race now, especially after that Luigi at the start. Good to see these guys keeping it close. All right, Codes Turnpike. See if Viper hits this. Ooh, he does get through. Okay, so basically to explain it, these guys, you look at Hattok's screen, get stuck out of bounds here, and then while you are getting put down and Lakitu's on the screen, he will not be able to come and pick you up. And so you can abuse that by going out of bounds, but the cart keeps driving until Lakitu would pick him up or until he's not out of bounds anymore. And so you do that, skip half a lap, and it sets up what Viper just did. As long as you cross over the lower section of the track, it sets up what you can do on laps 2 and 3. Basically, the game thinks that the game gets its checkpoints messed up, and it'll place you down at the bottom of the underpass there. And it gives you about half a lap skip for free. So both guys actually nailing it. That's not an easy thing to get done, but both guys nailing it first try. So good attempt from both of them. Hattok, a tricky spot, but he gets there. Nice, getting in early. That's good. Yeah, both guys definitely nailing these few skips early. Hattok getting a little unlucky on Luigi is the difference right now. But it's not over. Ooh, Viper hitting a car. That is going to cost him a few seconds there. Help Hattok reel him in a little bit more. Viper coming through. Oh, that D, he barely dodges it. Coming through the 136.98. Hattok going to come through with a 134.44. So about 2.5 seconds gained by Hattok there. And we'll see where he's at in the next track, but I'd say it's 7 or 8 seconds is the gap. On to Frapp Snowland. Look at Viper's screen. This is a very, very quick race. One of the more well-known skips. They're going to turn around, go back to this bridge. And then so long as you don't drive back on the road and go directly to the snow here, you will get warped back to the bridge, but at the end of the lap. So you do that 3 times in a row, and next thing you know, you're done with the race. Okay. Yeah, it looks like about 8 seconds is the gap right now, so about a lap. Viper coming in pretty quick. 30? Yeah, he gets a 30. 30.99, just barely sub 31. Good race for him. I think he might. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be faster than Hattok's time. 31.64 for Hattok. Viper picking up a couple tenths there, over half a second. So gap should be about 8.5 to 9 now. Close race though, and I would imagine these guys keep it close the whole way. On to Choco Mountain. So plenty of different opportunities for skips here. I'd imagine that they are going to go for what I just call the fast wall jump, which should be at the right about where Viper's heading. Yeah, he's going for it. Nice, nails it, and no tumble, that's good. Oh, he spins out afterward. So the fast wall jump there, and then there's a backup further down the road that they can do. Yeah, Hattok's missing, so he's going to go for this backup here. Does get triple shrooms, that's interesting. Nails it, nice. You can go anywhere down that wall, but the further down you go, the easier it gets. So the earlier you do it, the harder it is. Oh, Hattok did have the shrooms. I think he might have thought about it. Oh, Viper, a little too low on the wall. Got the air, but does not get over. Unlucky. One other thing to note, I mean, there is the weather tank was the other option, but I don't think these guys are going to go for it. Oh, Hattok tough, getting 0 frame. Oh, and then that banana's right in the way. He's just going to drive this non-shortcut smart. So just to explain real quick, and we'll see this at Wario in a few tracks, but there is a possibility of getting 0 frame. Basically, the way the game works is that since it's at 30 frames per second, there's a decent amount of advancement the Kart does each time. It's not a smooth transition. It'll just be the Kart updates its position every frame. And so it's, if you think about it, it's really choppy. But in order to, because of that, you could go from in front of the mountain to basically what would be inside the mountain. Oh my lord, that almost nailed it with Hattok. That would have been crazy. To basically would be inside the mountain, and so the game says, no, 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 that's not allowed. And it tumbles you. We're actually learning more about that. I think Beck Abney, who might be in the chat, has discovered some weird values that determine if you should tumble or not. So definitely learning more as we go along in this game. I should say many people have discovered many things in recent days, but I think Beck's the one that was able to locate the tumble value. So on to Mario. Plenty of options here. Viper, I think, is just going to drive this non-shortcut. Hattok might try and go for some items here. So items to fish for, you want a speed item or triple reds, or you could use a blue shell. But Hattok is also going to drive this non-shortcut. Okay. So we're not going to see either of them do the red shell skip, which is just a almost full lap skip. Well, basically a half lap skip. But we might see them go for a wall jump here. Viper has the shroom, but I don't remember. I couldn't tell if he got it before or after. No, okay, so Viper's not even going to do any skips. He's going to race this non-shortcut. We will see about Hattok. I don't think he's going to get any items for it, though. So it's unfortunate. About a lap behind, because Viper was able to hit that Choco Mountain fast skip, whereas Hattok didn't get any of them. Okay, Hattok does get a shroom, so there's a skip over the wall coming up. See if he goes for it, if he just goes completely non-shortcut. Viper, though, finishing, resets the console. Halfway there. Yeah, Hattok's going to go for it. Oh, not a great line, but he's still almost got the height. Hattok's got to be a little careful. The CPUs are right there. Okay, that bolt's going to help him out a ton. He was at risk to rank out, but doesn't look like he will. I think Viper might have accidentally clicked on the wrong thing there, so that menu is going to cost him a bit of time. Yep, Hattok finishing, resetting, and here we go to Wario. Wario, probably the biggest time save skips has over no skips. Basically, 6 wall jumps here. The easy one at the start that everyone knows, but then you can get back over a tougher version of it, but you can get back over by jumping that wall as well. Viper pretty quick. Ooh. In chat during the race, what a legend. If he nails this right here, oh, that was going to be a easy. Damn, sub 30. First wall's harder. Sub 30 Wario Stadium for Viper. That is huge. That's going to expand his lead. Hattok still on lap 1. Oh, really struggling with the second wall. Second wall's where it's easier to get 0 framed, as I was saying. The game realizes you're not supposed to cross over this wall. But the advancement would put you on the other side, so it says no, 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 denies you. Hattok really struggling here. As Viper moves on, Viper has moved on to Sherbet Land. No skips on that track, so nothing super interesting. Man, Hattok having a rough go. There it is, finally gets over. 54-second lap 1. Does get a clean lap 2. Remember, Viper with a 30-second. He's already gaining 30 seconds here. Even more. Oh! Hattok getting stuck, and you can see him cycle through the menus out of frustration. So that little opening, or that little bit of ground to the right over there, is out of bounds territory. And so by landing on there, you get a keytude. Hattok finishing with a 131. Very, very tough Wario Stadium here. He's going to lose a minute alone. So that's going to expand Viper's lead to, I guess, like 130 almost. No, not quite. It'll be like 120, I think. We'll see when he starts. Almost a full sherbet land ahead, though. About 118.5. Viper got a boo as well, and now a shroom. Pretty good RNG here. He's going to take it safe, though. Make sure he gets through that penguin clean. But he goes wide and hits the other one. Hattok should, if he can drive this clean, he's going to have a chance to make some time up. Gets a shroom, but he's got a lot of ground to make up here. Viper coming through with a 141. Like I said, coming into this, minute 18 lead, so as long as he can drive this clean, I mean, it's going to be very, very tough for Hattok to come back. There is comeback potential, but Hattok might need to push soon. Oh man, going wide to that penguin. Okay, so Hattok's still driving through Sherbet, but we'll turn our attention back over to Viper. Viper coming on to Royal Raceway here. Oh, boo, that, okay. We'll talk about that in a second, but Royal, a big skip here. You can hit that part of the wall. The game thinks you fell off the ramp. And it's like, here, let me put you back on the ramp. And so you skip a bunch. Viper with the shock dodge on the zipper. So when you are getting placed, the only time, okay, in that whole sequence, the only time, when you're getting placed down by the Lakito, you're invincible. And when you're on the zipper, you're invincible. And so Viper was just on the zipper. You can't get spun out, you can't get bolted, anything like that. So he got very, very lucky there, especially because that could have knocked him off and sent him back. Might have been low, yeah, Viper low. So as part of hitting that side of the wall, you can't hit it too low and you can't hit it too far right. Second one's good. And so I think there is you can see a little seam over there that they're aiming for, and anything to the right of that seam is considered the correct spot. If you are to the left of that seam, you the game knows, oh, you must have fallen off on the corner, and so you get placed back on the road. Kind of to go back, so we saw on lap 1 going to lap 2, wow, Hattok very close there. The lap 1 going to lap 2, Viper had a ghost. You saw him jut off to the right finish line. Similar to the Koopa Troopa finish line glitch, there is another finish line glitch here where it's just weird mapping of some polygons, thinks you're at the beginning of the lap. So by getting a boo, he can go to the right, try to get 8th place glitch, but it's a little bit tougher, and he missed it, unable to get it. Okay, so Viper with a miss. Gonna come in sub 2, but not by a whole lot. Yep, 159, 23. So if Hattok can get this clean, he'll make up some time here. At least 10 seconds, maybe a bit more. Oh, also to note, neither of these guys going for the second shortcut here. So when Lakito places you down, you can zoom off to the left at that ramp. And if you hit in a certain spot, the game's going to think, oh, he fell off on the road towards the end of the race, and so they put you back down towards the end of the lap. Okay. Viper onto Bowser's Castle here. Hattok nails the last skip, so he should save some time. Bowser's Castle, a no skips race, but probably even in a skips run, one of the toughest courses to go through, just because how tight some of the corners are, how quick the race is, or quick you have to be in the race, and the cycle of thwomps. So, see what he can do. He gets a shroom here. Hattok 146, so about 13 seconds save, nice for him, but he's still behind by probably a minute or so. So Viper is going to use the shroom here. The thing with getting a shroom here is you get a little bit faster than you normally would be, so you have to kind of think, okay, where's the cycle going to be, where was it, and where is it going to be? Hits a down thwomp there. I'm not sure if that would have been up. No, I think that would have been down regardless. So the shroom didn't necessarily cause that, but hitting that thwomp, not great. Spins out, going to give Hattok another chance to make some time up, but Viper in second right now, and that leader is driving okay. Oh, well, DK just spun out, so check that. Now, the thing with hitting that thwomp, though, lap 3, Viper's going to have to pay very close attention, and I think he's going to have to go to the right. Far right here is the quickest path. Oh, he's gonna go far left. Okay, so I think jutting out to the left there saved him a little bit. Hattok picking up a boot. Oh, Toad, what is going on Viper's screen? Hattok picking up a boo. Very nice item to get here because when you use the boo, you go invisible and you can't get hit by these thwomps. So he can just drive the fast route here, just drive straight, going the thwomps, save a little bit of time. Personally, I usually, if I get a boo, I save it for lap 3. But Hattok using it there. Unfortunately, spinning out in the stair room, which is very easy to do because just 150cc shenanigans. And so all that time saved is gone and probably even a little more. Peach getting in the way and he spins out, but he saves it. So yeah, not been mentioned yet, but a 150cc, if you toggle the stick too many times, you will spin your cart out. Definitely something you don't want to do, and something that's not prevalent in time trials, which is 100cc mode. And so, yeah, that stair section there is one of the toughest parts to do because you just have to pick your line and go for it. That was a troll banana Hattok just avoided. Anyways, we'll turn our attention back to Viper. He's already done lap 1 of DK. But another one that has some checkpoint, I guess, glitches, manipulations we can use. So at the start of the race, he turns around, comes into this cave. He finds a certain spot on the ground, and he drives off to that. There's a little intersection there where it's not, there's some collision detection that's not evident, it's not present. And so you drive past there. You can, and you cross the line, the game's going to think you're at the end of the lap. And so, by doing so, you skip almost the entire lap. You do that 3 times in a row, and you're good to go. Hattok making a correction at the last second. There is a way to fail it if you go too far right, but I think Hattok nailed it there. Yeah, he nailed it. And so, the other thing with DK is that it's possible, and I think Viper got it once or twice, but you can go clip the wall and end up at the bottom of the track, thereby doing the quicker way. Hattok nailing it too, it looks like. That's the quicker ways to stay in bounds, whereas going in the water slower, but still safer. So Viper on Yoshi, he actually went for some RNG stuff, where he doesn't really have to, but getting 2 bolts, not what he wanted. He wanted a speed item, so he's going to get one later, but he's going to go for this fairly recently discovered, recently being a few years now, skip, where if you hit that part of the wall there, the game thinks that you crossed the line on the other side of the wall, and so it gives you the lap. And then for some unknown reason, it puts you at the hairpin facing the wrong direction. So very strange stuff. And so doing that hairpin is considered non-shortcut, but again, since it skips runs, it doesn't really matter. Hattok, I think he knows he's behind, so he's going to go for the RNG. Gets a gold. Oh, he's going to keep it, okay, and go for it on lap 2. Which is Viper's doing. I think he set it up. Yeah. So you see that big black line that he hit to the right of and got sent to the left? That's basically what you want to aim for. And in doing so, the game, again, with checkpoints, thinks you went to that part of the track. And then it sets you down the other part, and it's like you must have driven forward to get there. So, full lap skip. Hattok nailing the skip, and if you can get clean around here, okay. Viper had a little issues there, so Hattok is going to make up a little more time, but with just 2 tracks to go, he needs something big to come up. Okay, Viper claiming he was on PB pace, and then a little bit of a sloppy Yoshi. He's going to throw that off. All right, Hattok finding the spot, setting it up. We'll watch him because Banshee is a non-shortcut track. I think he's going to hit that. I don't know if he was too far left, but I think he nailed it. We'll see. Nice. Perfect. So Hattok, I didn't catch the Viper's time, but a 109, definitely faster, definitely reeling him in a bit more. But Viper's still going to be about 50 seconds, 45 seconds ahead. Yeah, probably 50, actually. Maybe even more. So really, with just 2 tracks to go, I mean, Viper hitting a banana, stays in. He's going to need Viper, I think, to make a mistake, but at Rainbow Road, we're all over these bananas right now. If he takes a swim here, it's going to make it a lot tougher, but at Rainbow, even if Viper misses the regular jump that everyone knows of, I think he still would have enough to be ahead. But falling off would change the math there, and really getting trolled by DK is making this tricky. Okay, use that ghost there. He saw that deke, so pretty smart usage there. Looking at the timers, it looks like Hattok's just under 50 seconds behind. Looks like 49. So could reel this into about 45. Damn, really tricky bananas here for Viper. This is having a tough go. I think Viper's going to try to set up a... He is. Viper's going to try to set up a CPU jump here. So he's going to let DK go ahead. Wario in first. Okay, so huge risk there. And honestly, this could be a game changer. Yeah, I think he was far enough ahead where he doesn't need to go for this, even if he misses a couple green shell skips. But it looks like he's going to try to jump off a CPU and get to the spiral down below. So we'll see how much he's been practicing, but this is tricky. Okay, let's all watch Viper's screen. I think he's going to go for... Yeah, he's going to aim off DK. No, off Wario. He's online. Wow, what a jump. Huge risk, but he nails it. That's going to save him like 10, 15 seconds, I think. Insane. And he feeds DK. Viper is feeling himself. This is confidence right now, folks. Looking for some green shells. The only con there is I think he misses an item box, so he's going to have one less chance at greens. Dude, this is pure swag. A shroom as well, so he needs to get, I think, 2 more item blocks before, or 1 more before he needs to start sitting there and getting them. Hattok on the easy jump. Nails it. Coming into the race, he was, it looks like, 37, 38 seconds behind, but with that CPU skip, that's going to be pushed 50-something, maybe a minute behind. Viper getting the green, okay. See how much he's been practicing. He lines this up. Nails it. 1 down. So Viper, 1 more green shell skip, and he gets the green on the item. He can hit this green shell skip here. He's going to be good to go. Hattok does get the triple green, so a miss from Viper here could change things a lot. Lots of greens for Hattok, so he's going to have plenty of chances to quickly go for it. But if Viper nails this here, it's all over. Setting it up. Gets it. And that, folks, should be GG. Super Viper with great run here. He should get sub 30. Not going to be a PB. Like I said, 29-27 is his PB, but he's looking to get, yeah, going to be a 29-40, 41. 29-40, 64. GG. Viper, great time there. Going for some crazy stuff for sure, but well deserved. Well deserved. We'll try to get him in here for comms, or for a quick post-game interview, but Hattok. 1 last chance at green shell. Yeah, he nails it. So he's going to get a race PB here, but tough loss there. Going to drop himself to 1 and 2. Still 30 something is going to be nothing to sneeze at for sure. Okay. Yep, Hattok coming in 32. Perfect.
Hello?
Well, hey, Viper. How's it going?
I did not expect that good of a run. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, 29-40, just off PB pace.
Yeah, it probably would have been PB if DK, JP, and Yoshi Valley didn't go so horribly, but
yeah,
good run, all things considered.
Got a little trolled on Yoshi. Viper, I got to ask the question, and the people want to know. What were you thinking going for Rainbow Road CPU jump?
Well, the setup that I use for that is actually pretty consistent. You just have to have first place CPU finish and you just have to have a heavyweight finish in first and then you finish in third, and that makes it an easy setup.
Yeah.
And if you have Wario, then you have a much bigger chance of landing on the spiral.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely nailed it. That was great look, but
that Rainbow Road was 0.26 off my gold.
Damn. Dang,
which happens to be the segment time my PB got.
There you go.
Hey,
right.
GG, SuperViperT.
Yo, Hattok?
Yeah, I nailed green shell skips at the end, and I was like getting a little bit of time, but I was way too far out after that Wario Stadium. That Wario Stadium killed me. That was actually, that would have been a PB if not.
Oh no, Hattok, you want to know something? When I reset after Flower Cup, I accidentally went back into Flower Cup.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
So then I had to reset again, and then I got a 29-second Wario Stadium, which made up for it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that first lap I couldn't get over.
Yeah, the tail of the tape for sure was Luigi Raceway Hattok, just tough.
Yeah, it felt like Super Mario Kart because Mario breezed by with a star active when I was just gonna hit the blue shell.
Yeah.
And then my red shell that I ditched came back for me. Like that felt so bad. After watching that happen at Climate, I was like, what are the odds?
Yeah, Hattok, you got the god RNG at Luigi, and then just bury him.
I like to think I got pretty decent RNG this run.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Both got some.
So Hattok, anything interesting happened in your run that I should know about? I heard Wario Stadium went kind of poorly.
Yeah, Wario Stadium was bad. Choco Mountain didn't even go that well. I didn't get any of the big jumps. Only got one backup actually. CPU's got in the way.
One big jump and 2 backups on Choco.
Yeah. Oh dang. Yeah, if I could have just gotten the backups, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a difference too. But I ended up having to drive around. Other than that, I had a great Star Cup and Special Cup too. I didn't have many mistakes.
Yeah, you reeled them in a bit on Royal. Viper missed one of the jumps.
Yeah, I missed the jump on lap 2 because I didn't have enough speed.
Yeah, that was about 15 seconds.
Yeah,
and
then mine were clean. Good BC minus spinning myself out. Basically, the second half I did really well that I got, except for Wario Stadium, of course. And then the first half was pretty rough.
Yeah,
we had basically the same exact Calamari Desert. So I was like, oh man, I was hoping to get a little bit or like a star in reds or something.
Yeah, I lost 15 seconds plus on DK and then another 20 on Yoshi Valley because my gold gets triple mushrooms. So I could have PB'd this run, but I'm fine with this either way. Sub 30 in a race is good.
Heck yeah. I think I had like a 2-minute tournament PB, so I'm still happy with that. I just wish I could have just gotten that sub 30.
Yeah.
Yep. So wrap it all up. Viper moving to 2-1, Hattok down to 1-2. Viper gonna have a chance to lock himself.
So who could potentially be my next opponent? Let me look at the matchup.
Well, we still have a lot of matches. We still have a lot of matches to go, but
we did it pretty early, so it'll probably be towards the end of the week.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think after the 31st, I think we're gonna have to wait for all the matches to go through this round because there's gonna be a few possible rematches that we'll need to make sure we avoid. But for now, I mean, Viper, 1 win away from locking yourself in. How's it feel?
Locking in to what? Because I don't know what the bracket looks like.
Yeah, to the playoffs. So if you go 3-1 or better, you guarantee you go straight to the playoff, and then all the 2-2 people go to.
I don't really care what happens either way. I'm just in this for the fun of it, but it would be pretty cool, I suppose.
All right, Hattok, some work to do, but if you keep putting in times like the one you just did, I think you'll be okay.
Oh heck yeah! I honestly expected if I didn't get sub 30 that Super Viper would take me out, so no surprises.
I mean, I don't normally get sub 30 and no resets, by the way. I don't know how I'm playing so consistently.
Yeah, you did really well. Nice job.
I guess this game is finally deciding to cooperate.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good. So I think that about wraps it up for us.
All right, GG Hattok.
GG. Take care.
Today, next matchup is Pitt versus Flanders. That one's going to be off SpeedGaming. That'll be tomorrow at 3. But then we have a slew on July 30th, 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. pair of big time matchups, and then July 31st, 2 more matchups. So keep tuning in, guys. Plenty of action coming up, and we are reaching the business end of this tournament, really. So thanks again. This has been Kyle V30. Feel free. I close out of Twitch, but remember these guys streaming Super Viper. I think both of your guys' names on the stream is your Twitch names, if I'm not mistaken. And then mine's Kyle V30. So feel free to follow us. Everybody plays a lot. But for now, Kyle signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.